Grand Rising family, it is 1:48 in the morning on the clock, and we're going to continue on with our assignment. Now, this assignment is called Teaching 6.3, How to Listen Now. Let's begin. Even without a full Bible, the erased voices haven't vanished. They're in the wind, the blood, the dreams. You don't have to travel to a temple or wait for a priest. You can hear them while you are where you are. My apologies. First step. Point 1 is the meditation. Quiet mind, open ear. The erased voices speak in the stillness. When you slow down the mental noise, the whispers rise. This is how you do so. Practice. Sit with a candle. Breathe slow. As a matter of fact, let me provide the example as I have my candle burning. Sit with the candle. Breathe slow. Hand on heart and hand on belly. Ask a question. Wait. Let any words, images, or sensations come. Don't judge, just note them. Point 2, prayer. Speak like they are alive. The divine feminine and the ancestors aren't dead stories. They're living currents. When you speak to Sophia, Ashera, Magdalene, or your grandmothers, speak like you're calling a friend. The practice for this section: use plain speech, not formal. Mother Sophia, show me wisdom today. Grandmother, guide my steps. Point 3, ancestral dreams. Night is the temple. When the mind sleeps, the gates open. Dreams are one of the oldest channels for messages. The practice for this: before bed, say, if any ancestor or guide has a word for me, I'm listening. Keep a notebook by your bed. Write what you see upon waking, even if fragments. Remember, these are a lot of keys that they're trying to give to you, so pay attention. Point 4, body's knowing. The flesh remembers. The body is a library. Sometimes you'll feel chills, you'll feel warmth, or a tug in your gut when truth lands. That's a voice. That's an echo of the erased ones inside of you. The practice for this section: as you study and teach, pause. Put a hand on your heart or your womb and ask, does this feel true? Notice the body's response. Warmth coming up my arm. Now here's a practice for the collective. Tonight, gather or sit alone and do this. Number 1, light a candle. Number 2, say out loud, voices of wisdom, I am listening. Close your eyes, which is point 3. For 3 minutes, just breathe. Just breathe. Let any image, sound, or memory float up. Point 5, write it down. That's your first living scripture, because they will talk to you. Just have to call them and speak out to them. Now this is the word, a final word for the collective in this section. The book was never the source. Never. The source is in you. The erased voices aren't lost in dusty scrolls. They're sitting on your shoulders. They're humming in your bloodstream. They're waiting in your dreams. When you quiet yourself, they'll speak. Not in thunder, but in that soft knowing you feel right now. A lot of times we may hear and get direction from our foremothers. And what we need to do is listen. You're not going crazy. Some things they are guiding you to. Some things they are showing you. And they'll show you in many forms and fashions, depending on how they can reach you. But you have to call. You know how they say, a closed mouth don't get fed? Well, you can't get answers if you don't ask the questions. You have to be willing to be open with yourself and realize that there are things that are above me that can provide me with this guidance. But it's up to me to be open to receive, if you know what I mean. And a lot of times we don't do that. And a lot of times we'll sit like how other people say, God, give me the answers. No. When you say, God, give me the answers for those people, you're talking with your inner self. And your inner self in your past lifetimes is the one that's actually answering you, along with your foremothers. It just takes for you to receive the information and accept it for what it is. May not be what you always like, but it's your answer. And it's depending on you how you're going to react to it. Are you going to answer to the call? Are you going to receive the messages that's coming to you and accept it for what it is? As we know, as spiritual beings, we have our ancestors, we have our spirit team, we have our archangels, we have sorcerer boys, we have war angels. We even sometimes have demons that also come in too. Remember, we have dark and light of everything, from the ancestors to the angels. You have to understand that, because remember, we are bound even within spirit. And they all the time, when it comes to it, they protect you. Even for those who send dark energy to you, they won't turn on you because they know that you are divine. They're actually going to help on your behalf more than a person who may send those evil or negative energies. And it typically happens that way. So you have nothing to fear, but just ask the questions. But light is going to always show up first before the darkness. The only time the darkness will come into your life is to help you when people try to send that darkness towards your way. But the foremothers, when asking these questions about self as a divine feminine, is showing up in a multitude of ways. And again, we have to be able to answer and respond when they respond. So, to end this, I'm going to provide a daily listening ritual, which is 5 minutes. And the purpose of this is to keep the erased voices, the ancestors, and divine feminine guides alive in your awareness every day. So this is going to be a daily ritual that you can do. The morning flow. Set the day. Point 1, light or breath. If you have a candle, light it. If not, just take 3 slow breaths in and out. 2, invocation. Say, Sophia, Asherah, Magdalene, ancestors of light, I'm listening. 3, the hand placement. 1 hand on heart. Excuse me. Confirmation. One hand on heart, one on belly wound. Feel your own pulse. Number 4, listening silence, 1 minute. Let images, words, or feelings rise. And 5, word capture. Write down one word or phrase that comes. This becomes your guiding word for the day. And remember, this is the morning flow. So as you start in your morning and you want to get that guidance from them, these are the steps that you must go through. Repeat it from 1 to 5. Number 1 is light or breath. 2 is invocation. 3 is the hand placements, heart and belly wound. 4 is the listening silence for 1 minute. And 5 is the word capture. Now, here is the evening flow, the close of the day. Number 1 is candle and breath, light or breathe again. Number 2 is the gratitude. Say, thank you for guiding me today. I honor the whispers I received. Number 3, dream gate opening. Say before bed, if there is a message, show me in my dreams. And number 4, notebook at bedside. Write down anything upon awakening, no matter how small. Now, why this works. In the morning, it opens the channel. As you're rising, you're getting ready to get ready and set the tone for the day. So you're asking your foremothers for the guidance along the day, along the way. In the evening, seals the channel with gratitude for keeping the focus and the alignment that they have guided you through the day with. You're sending gratitude for them doing just that. And it keeps it flowing into the dream state. So it doesn't stop. In the morning, you ask them to guide you along, give you signs, give you signals, whether it's through air, whether it's through the birds, whatever the case may be. Your signs would be present and they would make their appearance. And in the evening, as you go to sleep, they show you more guidance. As long as you ask, as long as you up to them, they will always be there. And finally, writing. It builds your personal living scripture. The new book of wisdom that cannot be burned. Because as Bobby told you, we now are creating our own scrolls for our own lives in this lifetime. We are initially becoming one of them and making the movement and moving in prosperous ways. Now this is the final word again. 5 minutes a day is enough to turn your whole life into a temple. Empire closed the canon, but spirit still writes. And now she's writing through you. Every word you catch in the morning, every dream you record at night, that's the missing book coming back alive. Okay, family. So we're going to continue on with our assignment. That was the end of assignment 6.3 with the daily ritual that's added on for you to use daily to get in contact with your foremother and to really get more intact with her. Because we don't necessarily have to just speak her. Let's embody her. Let's ask for her. Let's call for her as we should. Because she shouldn't have been gone in the first place. And again, it's unfortunate how the canon keepers decided to leave her story, not his story, but her story out of it. Because I'll tell you from personal experience, by calling on them is such a different feeling. You know, everything was on masculine energy. It was just tight, but once you reach for the foremothers and listen to her story, it's a whole different feel. It's a very, very, very whole different feel. Now the last part for this section that we're going to do is going to be a practice for the collective, which we're going to go deep into tomorrow. And this is going to be pick one suppressed text or one ancestor's voice this week. Read or meditate with intention and ask, what was hidden here and how does it rise in me today? This whole exercise, as I stated for this whole section, is going to be more of an action thing. We want to get back in touch with our old selves, our ancestors, the foremothers, the ones that came before us, to help us, guide us along the way, to input and build up that missing piece that they intentionally took out. No longer will they have the power to do that, because we're going to be taking back that power that they wanted to strip so badly. Okay, so I want to say to the Flame family, the Spirit team, and everyone, Supreme Rising, I speak truth and Ashe, especially to the foremothers.